They disappear, silently, without closure. One day, they were there, promising connection, the next, only an echo. You stare at your screen, messages unanswered, calls ignored. That void, cold and deliberate, slices deeper than words ever could. Behind it lies a hidden psychology, ancient and ruthless. Ghosting is not new, it's an old instinct reborn in digital form, a silent withdrawal from emotional risk. There's no goodbye, just absence. Primitive parts of the human brain find silence more powerful than confrontation, a defense mechanism against perceived threat or emotional overload. You think it's personal, that something in you drove them away. But the truth is more sinister. Most people don't ghost because they hate you, they do it because they fear their own reflection in your eyes. Fear of vulnerability creates the need to vanish. When someone ghosts, they regain control. By breaking contact, they become an unseen observer while you spiral in confusion. The act itself is about dominance, wrapped in avoidance, power masked as indifference. That absence becomes their shield. Psychologists describe ghosting as a modern form of emotional extinction. The brain rationalizes it, removing stimuli to prevent anxiety. Silence becomes an antidote to discomfort, and avoidance transforms into relief disguised as apathy. Think about it, ghosters prefer disappearance because confrontation risks exposure. The moment they face emotional consequence, their facade crumbles. So they retreat into digital shadows, where they can rewrite reality and their guilt fades with each passing day. For some, ghosting is survival. Narcissism, trauma, and social anxiety intertwine, creating people incapable of healthy detachment. They depart, leaving you haunted by a connection that never truly existed, one built on illusions of empathy and control. Evolution wired us to avoid rejection. Ghosting flips that instinct. By disappearing first, the ghoster believes they've escaped rejection's sting. But this control is temporary, feeding a darker emptiness within. They win the battle, but lose the humanity. Those who ghost often tell themselves stories, "It's easier this way." In truth, silence is punishment packaged as convenience. It's psychological cruelty coded in the calm of non-response, an act designed to erase accountability while sustaining emotional supremacy. Ghosting triggers the same neural pain response as physical injury. The brain demands answers, scanning every past word for meaning. That's why it hurts more than argument, it's rejection without closure, confusion without resolution. Our digital lives amplify this darkness. Online disconnection allows people to vanish with a swipe, no rituals of parting, no explanation, just deletion. The distance of screens numbs empathy, letting real emotions vanish behind profiles. What's unsettling is how normalized it has become. Society calls it boundaries, yet the truth is avoidance. We validate emotional neglect under the banner of self-care, mistaking fear for empowerment. It's psychological armor polished by ego. In dark psychology, ghosting aligns with studied patterns of control. The ghoster dictates attention, timing, and reality. They remove themselves strategically, knowing the silence amplifies their presence in your mind far beyond their words. Silence isn't empty, it's manipulative. The ghoster's mind understands the psychological addiction of uncertainty. Ambiguity fuels obsession, so, they vanish knowing your thoughts will orbit them long after the connection dies. The haunting part. Ghosters often return. Months later, a sudden message appears, casual, distant, as if nothing happened. It's the reactivation tactic, testing if you're still under their influence, if the power dynamic remains intact. Each reappearance resurrects confusion. The ghoster thrives on rekindled hope, it sustains their ego. To them, your forgiveness confirms their worth. To you, it reopens wounds that never healed, a psychological feeding loop masquerading as reconciliation. Not all ghosting is calculated. Sometimes, it stems from emotional immaturity, a person overwhelmed by confrontation. They vanish not to hurt, but to escape guilt, unaware that silence erodes others' trust in the fabric of human connection. Still, intentional or not, the impact is identical. The victim wrestles with self-doubt, assuming blame, overanalyzing every memory. Ghosting leaves them fragmented, questioning their worth, craving validation from a void that offers none. From a darker perspective, ghosting is a mirror into societal decay. Technology rewards detachment, instant gratification with zero consequence. People learn to treat each other as disposable profiles, vanishing at the first sign of discomfort. Culturally, we've glamorized indifference. Coolness replaces compassion, silence replaces sincerity. The ghoster's act becomes a performance of power, proof they need no one, while secretly fearing intimacy more than isolation. At its core, ghosting is emotional cowardice misunderstood as self-protection. But beneath every disappearer lies obsession with control, the need to feel superior, unbound by empathy, untethered by accountability. Victims, in turn, often internalize the pain. They might replay conversations, reread messages, reconstruct an illusion of closure that never arrives. The ghoster never explains because explanation breaks the spell, revealing their fragility. Dark psychology studies show that ghosting satisfies two conflicting drives, self-preservation and dominance. The ghoster removes emotional risk while asserting psychological power, an efficient cruelty masked by digital silence. Ironically, those who ghost are often haunted themselves. Guilt manifests as restlessness, insomnia, or fixation. They scroll through your profile at night, pretending not to care. But your absence becomes their unspoken obsession. Some ghosters develop cognitive dissonance, convincing themselves they did the right thing. Over time, though, each silent exit corrodes empathy, numbing them to connection until they forget how to love beyond convenience. And you, the ghosted, begin to awaken. Slowly, clarity replaces confusion. You realize the silence revealed more truth than their words ever could, that their vanishing act was reflection, not rejection, of their internal emptiness. The pain morphs into insight. You see patterns, notice avoidance, sense manipulation in its earliest form. It's empowering, but isolating, because few dare to confront how common emotional disappearance has become in modern life. When people vanish, they're often prosthetics of fear, their identities formed by fragile self-image. They eliminate others to protect illusions of control. Yet, silence says more than speech, it confesses insecurity through absence. Ghoster's silence becomes a confession. It reveals dependence on avoidance, the same way predators rely on invisibility. Behind every unanswered message lies psychic cowardice painted as peace. To overcome ghosting, understanding is key. Recognize their disappearance as a strategy, not a verdict. The ghoster didn't destroy your worth, they only exposed their inability to engage with emotional truth. Never chase the ghost. Every message sent into silence reaffirms their control. Withdraw your energy, reclaim your narrative. They crave attention, they vanish to create it. Deny them the satisfaction of being unforgettable. In the end, ghosting says nothing about your value and everything about their fear. It's a psychological mirror turned inward, a dark reflection of modern intimacy's fragility. As you move forward, remember, closure is not given, it is created. Let silence be their cage, not yours. Transform confusion into clarity, absence into freedom, and turn ghosting's darkness into your awakening. The secret reason people ghost you isn't hate, it's fear of being seen. In your presence, they saw truth, and truth terrified them. So they vanished, not to hurt you, but to hide from the reflection you awakened within them. Every ghost leaves fingerprints in the dark, fragments of regret, shame, and longing. Yet only those who face the silence emerge stronger. The rest remain shadows in the digital ether, eternally unseen, afraid of their own depth.